Hello and welcome to the Arsenal BiteSize Podcast. I'm your host Clayton at Clayton AFC. Quick reaction to the Champions League quarter-final draw. We've drawn Bayern Munich. Do you know what? I don't mind the Bayern Munich draw so much. I think it's more what comes after that. It's our side of the draw is absolutely bonkers. So if we beat Bayern Munich, our reward, let's say, is the winner of City and Real Madrid. So yeah, tough side of the draw. It's kind of bonkers that one of PSG, Barca, Atletico, Dortmund, uh, PSG will be in the final. Really, have I said too many clubs there? Atletico, PSG, Dortmund, Barca. Yeah, I kind of mad still, but just shout out to the guys that are in. Pontus is in. Hello, mate. Bungle will feel all the more satisfying winning it this way. Barca in the final, their keeper to get sent off 2-1 win. That would be history rewriting itself, but this time in a positive lens for us, right? Yeah, how am I feeling? Like I said, I think I've already said how I feel. I don't mind Bayern so much, to be honest. Like over two legs, I'd be kind of disappointed if we don't beat them. Like I wouldn't. It's not like an expectancy thing, but I do think if you look at the two sides and how they're playing this year, the kind of unrest under Tuchel in Germany, I back us. I really do. I back us over two legs. I think there's a lot of things we would need to improve on, which this group has always shown us they do, right? Like they learn from new experiences and they implement things and they improve and they go. So I think there would be things that they would need to do better in the quarterfinal against Bayern Munich in terms of how they manage and react to the way the games are refereed. And I think even more like the tempo in the Champions League, especially in the quarterfinals, it's a lot more open. And I think where we look to implement control and suffocate and dominate. I don't think you get that luxury of doing it. The games are more high tempo, and I think the scope for variance increases more. So yeah, there's things that we'd need to react and adapt to, but I back them. I really do. I think over two legs, based on what I've seen of the two teams this season, I don't think it's outrageous to say I think Arsenal can go and win. I think it's more like like I've already said, like what we then have to face afterwards. It's like that route to the final is literally like going to be harder than playing in the final. But then the flip side of that is if you want to get carried away and you think, okay, we can beat Bayern Munich, potentially beat City or Real Madrid, and then you're at Wembley, then you're thinking, okay, if we've done that, then bring on the others. Although Atletico Madrid in a 90-minute final, fuck me, I do not like that. But getting way too carried away, like I said, it's literally reacting to this specific one. And first legs at home, they won't have fans in the stadium apparently at the Emirates because of troubles they've had in previous ties against Lazio. So I don't know what's going to happen there. Bungle just asked the question that was kind of in my mind. Will we give away allocation tickets to our home to our fans' home leg? I don't know. I assume so. Unless it goes to like corporate people or something. You know how for cup finals you always get some corporate people that take tickets, right? I'd hope not, but I wonder if that might be a case. But my initial instinct is like just purely an opinion. I reckon our fans would get the tickets, and that would make for a raucous atmosphere. But for what it's worth, though, I do actually think that's something that's overplayed a little bit. I don't think them not having any fan. No, I'm chatting nonsense. I was just about to say I don't think them having no fans would make a difference. Yeah, I think it would, especially seeing how hostile we can make the Emirates. I think we can really use that to our advantage. I do kind of wish we were playing away first, though. I do like the idea of bringing back a tie that needs to be influenced and controlled and managed to the Emirates more than setting the tone, because how much is enough in terms of a good lead, right? Like you want to be winning that first leg, but what is a good amount to take to the second leg? I think that's the unknown. Whereas when you bring back a tie to the Emirates, it's like, unless it's 4-0, I think we would back us to be that 12th man and like really give them that adrenaline that they need. Whereas if it's the other way around, it's hard to tell. But yeah, my initial instinct is I personally don't think Bayern Munich in this day and age, in this season, is as bad as the general narrative that I've seen. Like the general reaction from people, like before we found out we would have to play City or Real Madrid if we got through, tended to be like, yeah, Arsenal are done, Arsenal are knocked out. And like, granted, there of course there's a chance Bayern knock us out. They're still an incredible football club with incredible players managed by a good manager. Fair enough, it may not be working for them domestically, but in two legs, like Tuchel has proved time and time again, like he's a top tier coach, right? So I'm not saying I expect us to win. I think it's more though, like I don't think it's a complete foregone conclusion that Bayern Munich come and knock us out over two legs. That seems to be the general narrative. I really think we have a shot here. I'm curious who you guys wanted going into it. I know it's a bit pointless now discussing that, but personally, I wanted Dortmund. Uh, Combination of reasons. One being, I believe on paper they're probably the weakest side at this stage of the competition, and then also just if I had a chance of getting a ticket, Dortmund away is kind of bucket list stuff, which I wasn't old enough or had credits to do when we played them in 2013 or 14, whenever it was. And then second for me was Barca. I wanted Barca. Like again, as a football team, I don't think they're that good anymore. I think we would have beaten them. There's that revenge element for like the slappings they gave us, the way that Fabregas treatment, more of the Spanish Barcelona players with the Spanish national team, that pissed me off when they put the kind of Barcelona kit on him and stuff. I really wanted to right some wrongs there, but you can use that same motivation for Bayern Munich, right? Like they've absolutely pummeled us over the years. They made us look like absolute horse shit in periods. So I don't mind it from that perspective. And again, like you're seeing, a lot of people have already jumped to the conclusion that we're knocked out in this round. And again, I'll repeat, there's a fair chance we can be knocked out because they're a good side still. But I think this is an opportunity to right some wrongs. Like they've completely pummeled us and embarrassed us over the years. And we're a different Arsenal side now. So bring it on, man. Bring it on. Like we've waited 14 years to get to this stage. We didn't want, obviously, we all wanted potentially a Dortmund or a Barca, who are the two weaker sides, but deep down, I think we all want to see what is this group made of. Like, put us up against the best. Sure, it's difficult to get to the final with this side of the draw, but let's test what we're made of. Like, it's still a young group. It's their first time back in this competition. Even if we get knocked out, everything's a learning curve for them. So let's see what they're made of. I'd say fucking bring it on. Um, yeah, and cannot wait. I'm gonna wrap it up there. To be honest, nice, short, sweet one. I can't believe the way the draw's gone. It's bonkers. Like, I think the bookies' favourites are literally Real Madrid. Not sorry, in order. I think it's City, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Bayern, and they're all on the same side of the draw. That's absolutely bonkers. Yeah, but let's see how we get on. I'm hoping I can get a ticket for the away game. That would be again bucket list shit. Um, to watch the Arsenal at the Allianz would be pretty cool, and hopefully it'll be a better turnout than some of the slappings we've had there previously. But yeah, I feel all right. To summarize, I feel okay. It will be tight. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion either way, to be honest, that will definitively win or Bayern will either. I think it will be closer than everyone's making out from both perspectives, but I back us, man. I really do back us. I think we can manage it over two legs. Pontus is in the chat with a point on kind of managing it. On the other hand, we are very good at controlling games. So if we have a lead from the first leg, I would be confident. That's very true. That is very true. So yeah, let's bring it on. It's obviously the international break now, and we've got a few weeks until our next game, which is a big one, City away. So got some nice content lined up in the meantime. Got an Arsenal Archives episode where we'll be talking to a fan, Finn, who's jumped on before, about his experience when we played Valencia away in the Europa League. And then we've got Pontus potentially jumping on to talk about the sports science behind injuries and how Arsenal kind of managed the load, and a couple more bits coming your way. But yeah, nice, short, quick reaction to the quarterfinals. Look, this is what we've been waiting for, right? We've wanted to be back amongst the big boys here, and we're there. Let's go and fucking do it. Up the Arsenal.